Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and we're going to be looking at a knife from T.Kell Knives. I actually had the opportunity of checking out one of their knives before and did a review on it, so I'll link it above if you guys are interested in seeing that one. I actually met him at Blade Show a couple years back, and he provided me one of the knives so I can check it out, and I loved it. So I actually got a chance to see him again, Blade Show this year, 2022 I should say. Got to talking. I said that I wanted to maybe try something a little bit slimmer from him, and he provided me this knife so I can check it out. And I wanted to go ahead and do a review because I think his knives are really awesome, especially if you're looking for something that's a little bit different from the ordinary. So as you can see by the packaging here, this is a really interesting packaging. I think this is designed to fit different size knives of his, but it's this kind of plastic box here, which is really awesome. Obviously completely different than a lot of other packaging you might have seen before. Has his logo right here, T.Kell Knives, and then it says 100% made in the USA. So that is really, really awesome. So if you guys are interested, I'll leave all the information below where you guys can pick up this knife or find out some more information on him and on T.Kell Knives themselves. So it says pull apart to open. So as you pull on the box here, it's got a couple little ridges here that actually hold it in place, and this is one portion of it, and then the knife is right here. This actually slides out, which is really cool again, and then it's got like this foam piece that the knife is actually sitting in. So besides the knife, you also have a sticker here, which is really cool. So again, T.Kell Knives, and then you have a business card here. So if you guys are interested in all of their information, here it is. T.Kell comes from his name, which is T.Kell right there. And again, this is all their information, their social medias and stuff like that. So if you guys are interested, go ahead and check them out. One really awesome thing is he is also a Marine Corps veteran. So the knives are made in the USA by a Marine Corps veteran. So that is really, really cool. I obviously always like to support our men and women in uniform. So I'll take out the knife right here. And here it is. So this particular model is called the Nighthawk, and as I mentioned, I spoke to him and I said that I wanted to get something that was a little bit more slim-lined. The previous knife that I got the chance to review was a little bit wider, really thick, chunky blade, which is really awesome for different uses. But I wanted something a little bit slimmer, and this is the one that I picked out. Again, this model is called the Nighthawk. Now, what's really awesome about T.Kell Knives is that you have the opportunity of checking out the different styles that they have available. But once you zero in on a style that you like, then you can actually select what type of grip you want. And a lot of their knives have different color grips. These are G10 grips here. You can select different colors, a couple different patterns on them and stuff like that. And then you can also select a different clip to go on the sheath here. So depending on how wide you want it to be. So the clip can either be for a 1.5-inch belt clip or a 1.75-inch belt clip. So depending on what you're going to be clipping this knife to, the size belt that you're going to be using it on, then you can select that. Now, as you can see, the sheath orientation is basically on the horizontal, or what they call horizontal carry, or what some people refer to as scout carry, which is when it's horizontal like this. So this particular one does not have the ability with this clip to to mount it facing like a vertical or up and down orientation. So, just keep that in mind. I'm pretty sure that there's other clips that you can probably use on this sheath to be able to mount it in that orientation. But you do have an opening right at the bottom there, so any water or residue or whatever will drain out. So let's go ahead and take the knife out and we'll take a look at it a little bit more closely. And here it is. So again, this one is called the Nighthawk. And as I mentioned, I wanted something a little bit slimmer, a slimmer profile, but as you can see, it's still a good size thickness of stock on the steel itself. Now, what originally drew me to T.Kell Knives was that they use something called nickel boron coating on their on their knives, and it's what some gun manufacturers actually use on some of their handguns and rifles and stuff like that. So it gives this kind of copperish color, I guess you could say it is, to the steel itself. But I think he's doing a really awesome job with that coating and on his blades and stuff like that. And again, I had the ability to experience that with the previous model that I reviewed. So this one here, just when you grab it in hand, it just melts in your hand. I mean, my hand wraps perfectly around it. As you guys can see, you do have a ring in the back here. The ring is a little bit oversized, which is great. My finger in the regular grip, my pinky, just slides right in there, and there's no sore spots or anything like that. Everything is nice and rounded to make it very, very comfortable. If you wanted to grip it in reverse grip, again, my forefinger kind of goes in there, and perfect grip in reverse grip as well, which is obviously something that you want from your knives. So as I mentioned, they do have that nickel boron coating on the blade, but this particular one, so when I got to choosing it, I wanted something a little bit brighter than just a dark or green or OD green or tan or anything like that. So I went with this red color here, which looks really, really awesome. And I love the different layers. So it's red and black layered, and you could see the different layers there. Let me turn on this overhead light here where you can see a little bit. There you go. You can see the different layers right in there, which looks really awesome. And then you have all these kind of cutouts on the grip right there, which gives it a lot more traction when you're holding onto it. So it's obviously with that ring and then the way that the grip is designed, it's not going anywhere. You also have these screws right in there, and I believe he mentioned that he actually has these made specifically for him. They're actually hollow all the way through. I don't know if you guys can see that, which looks really awesome. And it's like a torque screw head. You can see that, but it's hollow all the way through, which obviously it gives it a really awesome look to it. Now, I know that I've been talking about basically the knife design all around. So this one here is a Tanto blade right there, as you can see. Very, very aggressive point. But it's such a thick stock in the back of the spine right there that you can stab into things and not have to worry about causing any type of issues to the blade itself. You have a little bit of jimping right there on the thumb ramp. My thumb, fits in there perfectly. And then you also have a little bit more right here in the choil. So, when you're gripping it, it's not going to go anywhere. So besides the nickel boron coating on the blade, this one also has some graphics on it, which looks really awesome. As you guys can see, it's almost like these skulls all kind of superimposed on top of each other. So that gives it another really cool look to it. Now there is the maker's mark right there. I don't know if you guys can make it out because of the graphics on the blade, but it does say T.Kell Knives on the blade right there, which is really, really cool also. So a couple specs on this. Blade steel on this is 80 CRV2, and then it's a 0.165 thickness on the blade itself. Again, it has the nickel boron coating. The blade itself is 3.5 inches, so a little bit, on the larger size as far as smaller fixed blades go, but this is perfect for everyday carry and most tasks that you would need a particular knife like this for. And then the handle is 4.15 inches, including the ring there. So you have an overall length of 7.75 inches. So again, it's not a large size knife, but this is perfect for if you were to want to carry it on your person and not worry about it sticking out or anything like that. And again, you do have the slimline ambidextrous Kydex sheath here for horizontal carry on your belt, and then you have the option to choose whatever size clip you want to be able to do that. So I think this is a great option from T.Kell Knives, especially if you want a knife to carry, a fixed blade knife I should say, to carry for EDC purposes. that is going to be able to kind of get you out of a jam. Definitely, obviously the ring there is going to lock your hand in place. You're not going to have to worry about that going anywhere. And in the reverse grip, it is also very useful. So the ring actually does have a little bit of a raised section right here, so it's not completely round. So if I had to kind of bash down on something with that, I wouldn't have to worry about it. And again, because it's a little bit oversized, I don't have to worry about my finger being so close to whatever I'm going to impact that it's going to cause any type of damage or anything like that. So I think this is a really, really awesome fixed blade knives. And if you guys are not familiar with T.Kell Knives, I would definitely recommend that you use the link below. Check them out. It's not an affiliate link or anything like that. I really, really want to support this company because I think they're doing some really awesome stuff, especially being made in the USA and especially being veteran owned. I think they definitely deserve a lot of support because they're putting out some really awesome products. So again, this is a look at the T.Kell Knives, this particular one being the Nighthawk. As I mentioned earlier, I'll leave a link to the other video on that other model that I reviewed earlier from him if you want something a little bit different. But if not, check out the link below and see what they have available on their sites, because I think you'll find something that you'll really like. So there it is. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.